of Abe protects its members' identities, fearing the members will be blacklisted in liberal Hollywood. But a few members of the conservative group have gone public, including movie writer and producer Lionel Chetwynd. He joins us. Nice to see you, sir.
Good to see you, Greta. Pleased to be here.
All right. So, Friends of Abe, I know you're not going to tell me who are the members, but let me ask you first. I mean, are they really fearful they will be blacklisted if they are named as members of this sort of loosely conservative group, this loosely gathered group?
Many are. I mean, a lot of it depends on what stage of your career that you're at. Hollywood operates less with a blacklist than as a whitelist. And a career in Hollywood, to build it, requires getting yourself positioned so that you're perceived as someone who can be useful, who's employable, who's sort of part of the seed, who belongs. And one of the easy ways to do that is to be politically active, particularly on the left. In fact, only on the left. Beginning in the 60s, I suppose, but with increasing vigor, you know, personal politics became very much a part of the fabric of Hollywood, and the part of our life and the part of the way we meet. And if you're not there, if you're not one of them, then you're not one of them. And yeah, that's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you in terms of awareness, and you have to climb up above that. And it's not easy. No.
All right. Is Friends of Abe's being unfairly targeted by the IRS, and how do you know that?
Well, I don't think we want to start a war with the IRS. We send them care packages. No. We applied for tax-exempt status out of a community in which these things are, again, part of the tapestry. People for the American Way, Norman Lear's group has about 4 of these organizations. They sprout up all over the place. They're constantly raising money. They're constantly active. We wanted to try and find some more formal way to channel what we do and be more intelligent about it. I mean, Steve's description of us as sort of a Rotary Club on Valium, massive Valium, isn't really that far off, but we are a little more than that. We wanted to plant our feet in the ground, collect money from people who are interested in what we were doing, and trying to organize a program and educate ourselves about who we are and how we relate to the outside world. That application was made a very, very long time ago, and it had been met only with questions and more questions and more questions, without resolution, which means that you really can't go any further. And so one would have to feel that we're not a very high priority, whereas we've seen other organizations in town that have a different point of view get through the process much more quickly.
So, I guess the conclusion is you feel that because of your political leanings, that your group, because it's more conservative, is discriminated against in favor of perhaps a more left-leaning group in Hollywood. Is that a fair statement?
Well, the questions are, we know that there was a lookout list, right? We know that, be on the lookout for. And that people who ended up on that list were treated to a much more dilatory process than those who weren't. We've been at this over 2 years, and it's you know, nobody wants to sit on Fox News and denounce the IRS. At least I don't in any event. Particularly in this community, we're very vulnerable because almost everyone here is an independent contractor, and therefore everyone's a walking S corporation. But I think it's fair to say that we have been subjected to a scrutiny that goes beyond what might be reasonably expected. Yeah, by far.
Lionel, thank you for joining us.